Hello, my name's Nicholas Harris. In this video I'm going to talk about anxiety because anxiety is one of the main symptoms that I spend most of my time helping people with. Anxiety is fundamentally an emotional feeling of being out of control. People experience anxiety in many ways, and anxiety itself can be triggered by many different things happening in our life. I myself, if I experience anxiety, it's a feeling of being overwhelmed. It's a feeling of tension, a feeling of something kind of closing inside of you. So the first thing to understand with anxiety is there's actually two fundamental levels of anxiety itself. One way to think about this is there's primary anxiety and then there's secondary anxiety. So this is a concept that's really important to understand. The difference between primary anxiety and secondary anxiety. Let me give you an example. Let's say that I'm running out of money and I have a concern about being able to pay the rent for this month. This is primary anxiety. There's a deep part of my brain which is actually communicating danger. And when that part of my brain is letting me know there's a dangerous situation because I might not be able to pay the rent for my home, a feeling is created in my body, an actual physical sensation. And if you look at it, that physical sensation is actually a part of you communicating to you. It's exactly the same really as if you think about what happens if you need to drink water. If your body needs liquid, then the body creates a feeling, a signal. And when you understand what that signal means, you can take the action to actually attend to that need, and the feeling of thirst will go away. So if you understand that actually all of the emotions that you're feeling are actually signals which are communicating your needs on different levels, then you can begin to actually understand what primary anxiety is. Because primary anxiety is basically a signal communicating to you a need, an action which you must take in order to restore safety into your life. The second thing to understand is secondary anxiety. So primary anxiety, whereas it's a clear signal of something we have to do, secondary anxiety is actually anxiety about being anxious, right? There's something that's going on, my body's communicating through anxiety, and now I'm having anxiety about feeling anxious itself. That feeling of anxiety does not feel safe to me. Maybe if I'm experiencing secondary anxiety, it's because I haven't got an appropriate tool to be able to actually work through my feelings and attend to my needs. So secondary anxiety is the anxiety about the anxiety itself. So when it comes to working with anxiety, we have to work on both of these things. Practicing different tools to work with anxiety, different tools to actually begin to be able to bring you to a more calm and peaceful state of emotional being, is already going to do a lot of work on your secondary anxiety. Examples of these tools are to focus on your feelings, to close your eyes, to breathe into the tension which is happening inside of your body, to breathe slowly and deeply, to breathe with each breath, to breathe in through your nose, and with each breath out, to breathe out through your mouth. Whisper to yourself, safe. It's one tool for beginning to work with secondary anxiety, because actually using your breathing and using various forms of visualizations and affirmations, you can begin to bring your whole emotional state down, which means that you will fundamentally be able to feel safe in the presence of primary anxiety, safe in the presence of an emotional signal which is communicating your needs. There are so many tools available: hypnosis processes, meditation, yoga, affirmation, journaling, So many tools available, different types of emotional tools that we can use to fundamentally be able to come back down towards a state of inner calm and inner center, where we actually, if you like, dissolve the secondary anxiety at its very root. Because when you dissolve the secondary anxiety at its root, you're able to look at the actual symptom itself, the primary anxiety. You're able to feel safe, to feel that feeling in your body, and begin to ask it, what's that feeling communicating to me? What do I need now? How does this feeling which I feel now relate to unresolved emotional content from the past? Is this feeling that I'm feeling now, is it relating to an old trauma, for example? You're basically learning how to create the safety to be able to feel your feelings, because the primary emotions which are triggered by the external world are there for a reason. And when you're able to actually feel those emotions from a very safe and calm and centered place, well, then you actually are going to learn more about different forms of emotional empowerment, and you're going to become safe to feel all of your feelings. And of course, safety itself, it's actually the opposite of anxiety, because on a primal level, anxiety is communicating fear, whereas safety is an act of love. Anxiety, primary anxiety, is a symptom, something's wrong and we need to do something about it. And safety is kind of the field where you can actually be able to listen to that feeling and hold it within the framework of your consciousness and begin to work through it. This is what we're all looking for as we are all working to learn how to find a state of inner peace and center, of calm and relaxation, to basically feel at peace, so we can live in peace, so we can enjoy loving relationships, so we can live in peace, so we can be a good example to our children. So I hope this video was useful to you. If you click on the link below, you're going to find more information about my work. And if you visit my website, you'll be able to sign up for the free monthly webinars which I offer, where I explore different aspects of emotional health. Thank you very much. My name's Nicholas Harris.